Manchester City are in the FA Cup final. Come on, you Blues. We beat Sheffield United 3-0. I put the semi... What have I put on the title of the video? Someone said I put it wrong. What have I put? Let's have a look. FA Cup final. I put the semis by accident. Ignore that video title. I've edited it right now. We've reached the final. Lovely, lovely stuff. Riyad Mahrez with a hat-trick as well. Mahrez magic has got us there. My man, Riyad Mahrez. What a player. What a guy. I absolutely love him. A fantastic footballer. Even if I don't think he should be taking the penalty. And I got cooked for that on Twitter. And I stand by it, by the way. The penalty situation is weird. It should be Haaland. Even if he scores. Fair fucking play. It's not complicated. I just think he should be the penalty taker. And I think it shouldn't be this back and forth stuff. But either way, he was great. And he's won us the game. And I'm buzzing for him. And he's a quality player. And we are blessed to have a man of that quality in our squad who is willing to rotate and be around the team. What a brilliant player. What a brilliant player. So, fantastic stuff. Of course, as well, City are now in the final. Hopefully, the treble stuff isn't actually a daydream. Hopefully, it is something that we could potentially win. You know, I'm just going to leave that up there for the curation of this video. Sorry, I can't stand fanboys, by the way. They drive me mad. Jesus Christ. Not everything's a slight on your favourite player. It ain't that deep. It never is. But yeah, basically, City are now potentially, it could happen. Is it going to happen, the treble? Probably not, let's be honest. But it isn't unrealistic to think about it. That's what I will say. The stars are aligning. We are in the semi-finals. There is a small matter, of course, of Real Madrid in those semi-finals. But we are now potential favourites for the Premier League. We do have to beat Arsenal, of course, to say that. So there's some big caveats there, if we're being honest. But one step closer, one realistic step closer, and it's off the back of a good performance at this level. I'm very happy about it. The hype train for me is down at like 30%, 25 to 30%. Look, if we get past Arsenal, we beat them, and if we get a good result against Real Madrid in the first leg at the Bernabeu, then my hype train will be up to 60, 70%. It'll be a lot higher. But we've got to beat Arsenal next week first. We have to beat them, and we have to get a good result, and we have to just keep it one game at a time. I know the players don't think it's probably possible. I get that. I understand that. But it is potentially possible. Will it happen? Probably not, because it's not that easy. But when you've had a performance like today, and you're through to a final, you've got to be relatively confident. I feel a little bit for Sheffield United. I thought they were decent. I genuinely think they were decent, but then, of course, I thought City started to show their quality after the penalty. It wasn't really their day, to be honest. They were missing some key players, of course, in McAtee and Tommy Doyle, two of our players who couldn't play, which is a shame for them. But City really went through the quality in the end. The difference showed, really. Overall, the lineup, it was an interesting lineup. I don't know why it's not showing it in the usual way here. Either way, there's the lineup. Ortega played Walker, Akanji, Laporte, Gundogan, Phillips, Bernardo Silva, Rico Lewis. That's not how it is. Where's the lineup gone? It's showing it at the end as opposed to where it was. It's very confusing. No, it's showing the substitutions. So it usually just shows them on a pitch. Why is it not doing that? Oops. Show the lineups. No. Either way, it was Ortega, Walker, Akanji, Laporte, Gundogan, Bernardo, Gomez, Alvarez, Mahrez, Haaland, and Grealish. It was a strong side, as you can see. Stronger than I thought it probably would be, actually, but still with the odd change. Here and there. We did bring in a few substitutions in the end. And I think if going through the team, Ortega, absolutely fine. Made a good save from Ndia early on. Kyle Walker had a solid game. McAngie had a solid game. Laporte, absolutely fine. I was really happy for Sergio Gomez, by the way. I thought Gomez had a decent game at left back. He's not really... I wouldn't say he's a left-back still, but he's clearly a very good footballer in general. My general feeling about Gomez is that he's very talented, obviously, and he's just really not a left-back in the way that Zinchenko wasn't a left-back, but maybe one day could learn that role. The one thing I'm happy about Gomez is to be that guy around the squad, man. Let him be around the squad. He's talented. He still plays in midfield for Spain at the youth level. Let him be around the squad. Let him learn a little bit. He might want to leave and go on loan. But if I was him, if I was Sergio Gomez, and he's not watching this, but I would look at what Zinchenko did and I would say, I really want to stay. I'm happy to take my chances when they come. Hang me around the squad. I can be the depth that you need. I will learn. I will get better over the years. And hopefully, he has an arc similar to Zinchenko's where he has that natural talent and focus. And obviously... general, he was trusted at some point by City if he's not already still trusted. So hang around, man. Be there and learn as the game goes. And who knows what he can achieve in time. He's a good footballer, man. He's smart. He's technical. He has ability. And happy for him. Alvarez, of course, had a decent game. Mahrez with all the goals. He first won a penalty, which Haaland should have taken, but he scored it. Fair play. I'm a real personal believer of having one penalty taker. Let him take him. Simple. You can disagree if you want to, but I just stand by it as my personal view. Especially when Guardiola's sort of made it publicly clear. He's made it publicly clear that Haaland should be the penalties are taken when he's on the pitch. But, it's not that deep, I guess. We'll see. Then his second goal was a great run. Terrible defending. Haaland, that fucking huge orbit that he's got because he's so massive, drawing every single player towards him. And you've got to give the credit to Mahrez. He took the initiative, went through the middle and swallowed it nicely. And then Grealish, of course, laid him off for his hat-trick. Grealish with another assist, by the way, which I'm buzzing for him. Grealish had a relatively quiet game, but he got his assist, and I'm happy for him there. Haaland, a quiet game too, a blank for him today. It was really nice to see Phil Foden and Cole Palmer come on, Rico Lewis as well, and Sergio Gomez is a City fan. So at one point we had 4 Man City fans on the pitch. Haaland going off would have been 5, of course, as well there. You love to see that, man. You love to see City fans play at Wembley. It's beautiful stuff. And Cole Palmer had a really nice little cameo as well. I was really happy for Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is a very good footballer, and I think people need to stop this agenda that they got against him because he's had a bad time. He's a talented footballer. He is a right winger. He's not a left winger, but you can tell he's really worked on his game, and you can tell he was desperate to have a good game today, and he did. He had a really nice little cameo. I would love to see him play in his natural position as a right winger because he's such a good player. He is good. And he could have set up a goal today. He was good. He was just good. Give him some credit. Give him some time. He's a young lad from Manchester. I do not get the urge for... Why do we have the urge as a fan base at times to write players off? We don't need to. Just be patient. It doesn't make any difference to anyone to do anything other than just trust Guardiola. And Guardiola wouldn't be putting him on the pitch. He just wouldn't be putting him on the pitch if he didn't think he was talented enough to deserve it. It really is as simple as that. I just don't get it. Be patient. We all know, established internationals, £100 million players like Jack Grealish need a year and a half to adapt to Guardiola's way. But we can take a 19, 20-year-old kid from Wythenshawe who's still learning how to play men's football out of position and expect him to not have any bad games and be there immediately. I just don't get it. We have more patience sometimes for superstars than we do City fans from our own academy. It doesn't make any sense for me personally. I'm not saying he's world class. But I'm not saying you should say he's played well when he hasn't either. I'm just saying, just be patient. Just trust the manager's view. Just trust the fact that he's there in the first place. Trust the fact that they've seen something in him. And I do personally. So that's what I feel about it. So I was happy for him today. I was happy for Gomez today. Because usually these quality footballers will show us they'll show us why they're there in the first place. They are quality, man, and they have quality. And now, of course, we're in a final. Foden back on the pitch today was lovely as well. Calvin Phillips had a decent little cameo too. Rico Lewis came on as a midfielder, which was really nice. He came on for Bernardo Silva. Rico Lewis, by the way, was a midfielder for the academy side until he started playing right back, which I really like. And it was nice just to see a confident performance. It's great. It's absolutely great. It's great stuff, and I'm really happy about it. Guardiola's quotes after the game. Let's jump over to and see what he's been saying over on the aggregators. He talked about Mahrez, actually. He says he's grumpy with me when he doesn't play all the time. He makes me notice this when he's grumpy. But I'm so happy for Riyad. He loves to play football and has given so much to Manchester City and hopefully in the future. I don't mind a bit of grumpiness, by the way. I don't like when people are mad asses, but I don't mind a little bit of grumpiness here and there. I honestly don't mind it. I think what the most important thing is this. Guardiola said this about him. He said he's not a guy who comes in asking how long he has to be there and goes home. He's the opposite. So the most important thing about Mahrez, as Guardiola said here, is that he's a professional and he will do his job. And I like that about Mahrez. I don't mind players who want to play and are a bit grumpy, as long as they turn up, work really fucking hard, and don't spread bad vibes around. And what I can tell about Mahrez, he's a little bit of a mad ass every now and then. But I think he's focused and professional and dedicated. And as Guardiola said, he's obsessed with football. So that's fine. That's fine. Guardiola said some comment about how he's lost his battle to convince he was important to the team. I think he's tried to tell him to be patient, but he just doesn't feel it every now and then. What else? On the penalty situation, he said, I asked Erling Haaland what he thought when he missed his penalty, and he said, next time I'm going to score. Not next penalty, next action, and he scored. I don't know, that's not conclusive really there, but we will see what he means eventually. I'm sure I'll get asked about it. Guardiola's talked about United fans being scared that City will win the treble. He said they don't have to be scared, we are neighbours. Neighbours are always nice to each other. Oh, I fucking guarantee we will not be nice to each other, mate. It'll be war. Absolutely, and I will give absolutely no chill because why the fuck would I, man? Why the fuck would I? Fingers crossed we can do it. It would be wonderful to do, wouldn't it? Don't know if we will do or not. I just want to win this league. I want to win this league. Champions League would be incredible, but I want to win the league. And everything else after that is a wonderful bonus. Let's see how it goes, man. Let's see how it goes, and let's be patient, because there's a long way to go in this season. There really is. So far, from the claws of disappointment, Guardiola has once again grasped an incredibly successful potential season. And guess what? This is what Guardiola always does. He's just such a fucking brilliant manager. And whatever happens right now, you've got to be positive going forward. We might not do it. It might be that it's a task too big. We might even not win the league, because it's very difficult to do. Arsenal could turn up, and Arsenal are very capable of scoring goals against us, and we could have a butt-off day. It could happen. We probably win the Champions League from this point is very difficult. There's Real Madrid, who have that incredible aura in this competition. But what I do know is that we're going the right way again because Guardiola's turned the team around, man. And that is really, really impressive because that's what Guardiola does. He has that quality to do that. He has that special ability to do that. And you've got to trust him. You've got to trust him. And I do trust him because he's an immensely incredible coach. And he's found his quality once again. He's found the players that he trusts. He's found the brilliance that he's got, He's found the brilliance that he's got within this Manchester City side. He's brilliant, and I love to see it. And if you can't be excited for this Manchester City side right now, you're not paying attention. There's such quality blessed throughout it. And it's going to get better as well, I think. I think it'll get better the more Guardiola improves it. And all this today as well, without Edison playing, without Rodri, without Stones, without Diaz, without Kevin De Bruyne, so much quality on the bench today, which is lovely stuff. We needed them to get a bit of a rest. And we'll see, of course, I reckon we'll see the same lineup against Arsenal as we did against Bayern, in my personal opinion. Akanji, Stones, Diaz. But there'll be Laporte, actually, because Ake will be out. Edison will play in goal. Then it'll be Rodri. It'll be De Bruyne, Bernardo probably, Gundogan, Grealish, and Erling Haaland. And it's lovely, lovely stuff. Howard, that's a hell of a question, mate. Like most of them, I would say. If we win the treble... You would think De Bruyne will be there. You would think Stones might be there. Potentially, Edison might have a chance, if he gets there, because he's been good in the Champions League. Haaland would definitely be there. Maybe Bernardo. We will see, but worry about it later, Howard. So we're in a very good position right now. I'm really happy with this. I mean, it's another great performance from Man City. It's a team performance today. Not a classic, but professional enough. The right level of changes, and we saw Foden come back into the team. Things are good right now. They are absolutely lovely, lovely stuff. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. You're all superstars. City in the FA Cup final. Tomorrow will be the 5 things learned. I'm buzzing, man. Riyad Mahrez, a world-class player, as we all know. My man, my mate, Riyad, I love you, pal. Come on, man. Hit the likes up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm going to put my son to bed because he's tired. It's 7:30. It's about that time. I want to catch it. When you want to catch bedtime if you can. It's always the best time. Right, love you loads. In a bit. Bye-bye.